Okay. And they're going to have 3, right? So they'll pray one prayer. They will start praying at 11:30.
They'll probably start praying at probably 11:45. That's what I
Okay.
think. Because
They
the
use.
second prayer, the khutbah is going to start at 12:15.
Okay. And the last khutbah will start at
1:30.
at 1:30. Okay, good, good. Then if it, huh? Good turnout. Okay. We'll have our boxes in. We'll have some of our flyers we'll put on. I'll take the speaker, although we may use it or may not use it. Yeah. As long as we get, as long as we see after a few months of these, this will be, imagine that people, they'll recognize it. It won't be no, people, the other flyers that we're going to put out will suggest that people give us their Eid money. Yeah, that's what we're going to suggest. Give it that, because this is what we're trying to do. And just let them know, your people are not going to miss this. They're not going to miss if you give us $10,000 each place, they're not going to miss that. They're getting $1 million. I don't know how much they get. Because people, they pay their zakat. So they get whole stacks of $100 bills. Like if people make such and such, they calculate their zakat that they pay. They don't pay it to the government, and they don't give it to the neighbor. They give it to the masjid. That's why even in our boxes sometimes they have a few stacks of $100 bills. That's just what they would have gave. All the people are giving that. Well, they're lucky that we Muslims. Just imagine, man. You ever seen them boxes out there? It's like, why go? I wouldn't even think. Why would somebody waste all their time running to a bank and all that? Right? They better, a lot of Muslims in the penitentiary, they come out and they can count too, They a little slow, but they can count. Anyway, they should be thankful that their first encounters was with people like us, because they know what we're trying to do, and they're not. That's technically it's not right. They know that we're not going to get, but 2% of what they. So what the heck? And they know. Every one of them know who we are. And they know they used to give care and them $1 zillion, and they got babies all over the country in line, and all them other people. The liars have a fundraiser. Boy, they be raising money. I was out there in California, and when I went to 2 of them, Brother Mahmoud Abdul Rauf spoke at 2 of them, and they just be, we only have right now, we only at $360,000. We're trying to get to $500,000. Will y'all help us to get at this little fundraiser? We just want to get to 500,000. Can you help us? Well, okay. We're only at 400. We only have another 50,000 to go. 450,000. Who wants to take that? Who wants to take that? I got 25 of it. I take the other 25 then. And off they go to the crazy house, and they don't do nothing, and they just waste their money. We call the people, and the people in Texas were saying, I'll close in a minute. I just read your bio, and they said this about you. Did they say that? Is that true? I said, hell, what they say don't make no difference. Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say. You gonna listen to me, you gonna listen to them. You wasn't listening to them when I'm out there helping y'all raise funds in California, right? Yeah. Anyway, so, but we will have a little different approach. So I hope that by Ramadan we will have insinuated ourselves into the community, all the way from Baltimore, D.C., and down wherever. We will. That's enough time for us to approach the people, you know, and so that's where we're headed. And that's just the first part. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments?
Well, brother was, I said this a little bit before you commented on it, but he said, I don't think the Europeans are going to go along with that deal when it gets cold. I think this would be a big boon for Iran to sell their oil. Concerned with what's happening in Russia, but not in Europe and in Ukraine with the Europeans. He's saying you don't think the Europeans are going to go along with the sanctions against Russia, given the oil that they need.
No, they just saying that they're not gonna freeze to death because the United States done already let them know. He done let the French know. I mean, the Australians and all of them, they know. Boss man is all for himself. You got to look out for yourself. They're just saying that, and those slow people in the UN are jumping on. Hey, after they're a little chilly for about 3-4 days, and the prices quadruple or double for any oil, not just motor oil for driving. But hey, man, they gonna forget about that. But see, that's the way Allah works. All of that stuff is the greed. Once you start going downhill, you do your own dirty work. You take your own self out. You take your own self out. Nero fiddled while Rome burned. It's probably a metaphor, but that means he was right there, he was alive, and he didn't know what to do. He might as well have been fiddling while the whole thing, and that's the way America is. Look at America, man. This is like unbelievable what's happening in America. And California, and they have license plates down in Texas. We don't want y'all coming out here. And the people, they done already got messed up. Up in Oregon and Washington, they've been hating California people for 40 years. We don't want y'all come. We don't want the Californification of the wet. We don't want you coming up here. You know, you done dried out and burn out. And I don't know, the whole process. If Lake Mead can be just about dry, and you can see the rings all around Lake Mead, hey man, and the piers and the houses are up here, and the water is way down there, you know. And well, it's got to get worse. It's going to be dry. Each year is drier. They have a mega drought going on now. And one thing lead to another. And in closing, boss man ain't slowing down. He's not having no emergency meetings and, well, we got to stop right now. He won't do it.
That's the insanity. They over there trying to foment war in Europe with like their own country like on fire. That is insane. Inflation, all types of just home issues, and they over across the Atlantic.
But that's what they're doing over there is take their people's mind off their problems here. Right, yeah. That's the trick. Yeah. And they won't stop. They won't stop and say, no more tricks. We're not doing that. We're going to go after real problems, and we're going to solve them. We're not going to throw up some magic dust in the air, you know what I mean, and light it, and poof, it's going to distract everybody. They study technology and they keep using it and keep using it. That's what makes sure that they got to die, huh? It keeps working, but it's keep taking them down. See, you got to remember, anyway, it's a long story. So are there any more questions?
Just a lot of happy birthdays. A lot of happy birthdays came.
Oh, well, alhamdulillah. Well, I had a nice birthday, especially with them numbers, 2, 2, 2, 22, 22, and then 77. Yeah, I ain't spooky or nothing. But, I do remember, man, what that mean. I'll close with this, because head chopping day was supposed to come June June the June the 6th, 1966. That was 6666. Good God Almighty. Man, the brothers was lined up. Everybody had their stuff. They was ready to go. Excuse me a second. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Are you still in class?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Have a nice class then.
Okay, alhamdulillah. So anyway, can you imagine the Negroes in those days was really spooky. So on June the 6th, 1966, that was head chopping day. That's when the last day, that's it. The sixes all line up, man, the Negroes were standing at the gate with their bundles of clothes. They was ready to go. And it didn't happen. So, but June the 6th, 1966, man, 6666, that was it. They knew it had to happen because the Lamb said it was. But anyway, it didn't go off like he said, But, there were Negroes that actually technically, since they were supposed to believe it, they believed it, and it made sense, 666, and then they could hook up some kind of way. I'm going to close, but boy, the ministers could really hook up. I remember even in the modern times when Henry Kissinger they had ways they could hook up. They get on the blackboard and they could show you how 666 and Henry Kissinger. I said, boy, that is really, so I know it's jive, but I said, that is really good. Because 666, the number of the beast, the number of the man. And it's almost like that now, that you can't, without the number of the beast, the credit card and all that, right? Hey, you can't do nothing, But anyway, so are there any more questions or comments? So we'll be ready tomorrow. I assume that if they're going to start at what time? Yeah, you could turn.